Hi people, we're doing a vintage cube draft. This is not the greatest pack ever. That looks okay. Czar Baghdad is okay in Reanimator. Craterhoof Behemoth pretty much ends the game out of most green decks when you cast it. You turn all your mana elves into 5/5 tramplers. Chandra is good. Sword. This is not the sword I'm looking for. Top Shackles are all fine cards. Dig Through Time is also a thing. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking for my draft timer. Trying to get this looking okay for you folks. My face. Where did that? Put that there. I think I'm going to take the Craterhoof. I like green. Could also, yeah. It's when you don't open one of the, it's not actually power 9, but power 15 cards or so that are just impossible to pass up. Soul Ring, Moxes, Lotus, not this Lotus, but anyway. This pack, Underground Sea, is taking dual lands is always very defensible. Avatar of Zendikar is potentially another good green finisher. Primal Command is also good in green. I think we're going to go with the Chalice here. It's ramp. It's pretty flexible ramp. It can ramp you way big if you need to go to Eldrazi'ville. Convincer's fine. Magus of the Wheel is... I imagine this card's pretty good if you're in either Storm or Mono Red, potentially. But I'm just going to stick with the Chalice here. There's an Ulamog. Whatever. Sometimes Magic Online does not like to show pictures. Sometimes it does. I mean, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Zealous Conscript combos with Kiki Jiki and Splinter Twin to do infinite kill them. Also, it's pretty good actually, just in this cube alone. Scrubland, you just need dual land. Theomancer is actually really, really annoying to punch through because there's just like if you try to attack into a Theomancer. There's just always going to be a 1/1 Death Toucher, so unless you have, a way to get... It's very hard to attack through on the ground. I think this pick is either Zealous Conscripts or the Scrubland. These are Storm cards, if that's your thing. I don't understand the Storm, so... anyway, this pack... This is one of the worst mana elves, probably the worst, but mana elves are still quite important when you're trying to Craterhoof. Losing 1 life is usually not that big a deal. Misty Rainforest, I think, might be the pick here. It's, fetch lands are, there's a lot of ways to abuse fetch lands with this, in this cube. Sylvan Library, Avenger of Zendikar, Brainstorm, Ponder type stuff. Area Angel, perhaps. Fire and Ice is also a pretty solid card, but I think we're going to go with the Misty. There. Ooh. Alright. Doing it. Yeah. Hopefully, so we want to probably move away from the Craterhoof Behemoth, although, I mean, it does combo, right, this is not legendary, yeah, it does combo with Splinter Twin, technically. Probably a little bit of overkill, but we're going to take the Splinter Twin and try and move in on the Splinter Twin archetype, which is pretty good. I want to start moving into blue, and, yep, Okay. So just doing this with all the planeswalkers here? It's not great. I think one of these cards is probably our pick. Because we want to start definitely moving into red. And none of these other cards are particularly exciting. Time Spiral is bonkers and Storm. So Duretti can do some crazy things. I think Duretti is probably just better than Chandra. Draw 2 cards, pitch up to, yeah, just filters us through our deck. We can do some Goblin Welder shenanigans. So let's put that over there. Whew. Just really, really, really at this point want to see those Deceiver Exarchs and Splinter Twins, or Deceiver Exarchs and Pestermites. There's a green-blue one that I don't think is in this cube. There are some nice blue cards in this pack, but we're going to move on this Kiki. Oh, Caracas is pretty good. I think we just take the Arid Mesa. Lavamancer is also pretty, in certain matchups, is very good. This can be like 4 or 5 lightning bolts, just, kill small creatures sometimes. How do I feel about Fauna Shaman? Fauna Shaman's not terrible. Alright, I'm just going to take the land. Chandra Wield. That's bizarre. People don't respect bizarre. Somewhat not without reason. But it should look good better for you guys. Chandra, yep. Chandra's good. Magus of the Wheel. We're like mono red and mono 4 drops. It's alright, we got Everflowing Chalice. Siege Gang Commander, I guess. I don't think we're into any of these other cards. Except potentially Magus of the Wheel. Magus of the Wheels. But take Magus, I took Magus. Okay. Scrubland, if we wanted to, we could find it off of Misty Reinforcement. I think we want Flame Tongue Kabu. Combos with Splinter Twin and Kiki. Yep. Alright, we get to at least lower our curve a little bit. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Fire and Ice. Pretty good card. So potentially we could be a Jackal Pup deck, but I'm just going to take the land. Could be Figure of Destiny deck. Potentially could be a Delver deck, though I think we're pretty Mox. New Tolarian Academy is also quite busted. Would be very happy to pick up a Jace or Compulsive Research. Force Spike would be fine. This is so much better than Jackal Pup. Tolarian Academy is busted, but we're pretty low on that. I think I'm just going to take the Mox. It's not exciting. I mean, it's power, so one of the features of this cube is you see a Mox and you just have to take it, pretty much. But actual counterspell, Ephemeral would be fine. Don't think we're into Soothing Song. Signet would be fine. Heath. Resto Angel. Could go into Resto Angel. Works with Kiki, does not work with Splinter Twin. Works to Flicker, Zealous Conscripts, whatever. I think I'm actually going to take the Resto because we can splash that. Misty Rainforest and Arid Mesa can each get Savannah as a white source for us. So let's take the Resto Angel because you can never have too many 4-drops. This is actually 2-drop. I don't know why it's doing this. Tameo, Probe. We do want to be blue in general with the Kiki Splinter Twin archetype, but we haven't seen Pestermite Exarch yet, so it's possible we just want to go into white and just have other ways of comboing other than Kiki Zealous conscripts. Tameo is pretty good. I'm going to take the Wall of Omens. Pro would also be fine. I'm just going to do this in case we... Oof. Okay. This is the worst card in the Power 9. It is Nutso and Storm or something like that, but otherwise not necessarily great. Yawgmoth's Will is really good. It's like Snapcaster Mage, but for your entire graveyard. Said, what do I actually want to take? Imperial Recruiter, I think, is the pick. It will, if we get the Exarch or Pestermite, that'll be a very good thing to have. Does not get Zealous Conscripts, unfortunately, but just go ahead and take this. Workshops is busted. We're not in that kind of thing. Looks like Storm was open. Again, I don't know how to do that. So, accept your limitations. Maybe not accept your limitations, be aware of them. I love this card so much. But we, I think, are taking Goblin. Maybe the hanger back is just kind of generic. Or we could go into white and just be like, yeah, we're just going to be red-white stuff with a potential combo finish. I guess that might be what we're doing. Yeah, not seeing the blue cards, which is... Everyone always plays blue, for good reason, but not everyone can do it. We take Thalia or Spirit of the Labyrinth and start moving into white. Let's see. Don't have too much. Actually, it's really some people just walk into that card real bad. All right. I think Soulfire. Or we could just start trying to move into a more aggro version. Aggro is pretty open. Lifelink, we don't really have a ton of ways to abuse this. Is this our actually only instant sorcery? I believe it is. Okay. Ooh, Mana Tithe. Oh no, I can't wheel Mana Tithe. I think Mirrored Crusader is just much, much better for us. This card is a real house sometimes, especially combo with swords or Jete stuff. Oh, I love Mana Tithe so much though. But Compulsive Research Wheel, Sudden Lightning Strike. I think we are going into the red-white aggro. Falconwrath Gorger could potentially be the pick here. Aggro decks, especially in this fast kind of live and die off of their 1-drops, because you need to pressure pretty quickly in this cube. So I'm going to take this. I don't think the vampire tribal thing matters at all in this cube, really. But Disenchant is a very main deckable card. Brimstone Volley, quite good. Magus of the Moon, because no fun for you. You can also get Recruiter of the Guard. Toughness 2 or less, does that gets Flame Tongue Kavu? Huh. You can get Recruiter potentially. Yep, Zergo. Alright. I guess there's some chance we get a green card we want to splash. Probably not. So this is like red-white aggro with some combo potential. Splinter Twin and Resto Angel is not a combo. Yeah. It's open. Sometimes you don't want to be this. Sometimes you don't want to be that guy, and then you're just that guy. But it's alright. We got. At least we can go geeky jeeky fun. Oh, Spine Twist is great. Sneak Attack is not that deck. Ooh, there is the Pestermite. Izzet Signet is also quite strong. I'm just going to scoop up the Pestermite. I think our mana can support at least splashing the combo. Still not really sure where we are on this. Yeah, we got the Imperial Recruiter to find Imperial Recruiter and Recruiter of the Guard to help find the combo. So let's go ahead and try and pester our opponents. Let's see. Spellskite's okay. Usually, honestly, people are a little too whatever, non-interactive generally. Sword is, let's see. Yeah, the sword is fine. Lightning Helix will be fine. Thundermaw would be fine. Fire Blast is okay if we were a little bit more mono-red. I mean, we could potentially be very mono-red. I think I'm just going to take the sword. What the? Oh, jeez. Definitely going to be one of these two cards. Our mana is really not well set up to take the Time Walk, so I think we're just going to take the Mox. It is on color-ish, so yeah. Jeez, Strip Mine, Solemn. Oh my god, these cards are so good. Who let all these good cards in this cube? And yet they're not really great for us. I'm pretty sure we're off blue as a base color, which kind of takes out the Jace and the Ponder as options. We're not really splashing for black, so the Temple's not great. I don't think we're ramping enough for Trader's Claws to just kind of kill people. Ancient Grudge or Faithless Looting. Just don't know. Strip Mine could just be the pick. Strip Mine's just... You think it's like 1 for 1, and it's like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. But then it just gets them so good. Or error. Correction, it gets me real good all the time. So let's see. This Spirit of the Labyrinth ready is not a combo. Also, Wall of Omens, Spirit, not a combo. So, I want to pick up. This is weird. This is a weird deck we got here going here. Coffin Simulate. Imrock. So this is either Banishing Light or Incinerate, I think. We could be Coughing. Could very potentially be Coughing. I think we have enough 4-drops. I think I like the Incinerate. Could be wrong. Vanishing Lights just says an answer for Planeswalkers and everything. I don't take the cheap card in case we go aggros. Okay. Stormbreath Dragon would be fine. Yeah, we're gonna just take the Scalding Tarn. Running out of chances to get Volcanic Island, but this is sort of a thing. You're probably just running like one island to get with Scalding Tarn, Force Plateau. Wheel of Fortune. Eidolon. There's a lot of good cards here. I think I'm just going to take the Plateau. Just try and fix our mana as much as possible, especially when you're running Kiki. Kiki and Mirran Crusader. Banisher Priest will be fine. Electrolyze. Very nice. Let's just get some decent mana going up in here. Okay. These are all pretty playable cards. What I want. Jeez. I don't know. I think I'm just going to take the Abbot, but all these cards are like, well, I mean, for Power Cube, these are playable but somewhat mediocre cards, so I'll just take the cheapest one. And on the wheel, I think we take the Torch Fiend. There's a lot of really good artifacts in this set, so. Oh, Student of Warfare. I didn't see that the first time. I think we're just a little too red for that, so I'm going to take the Lightning Helix. Thundermaw is also fine. Try and go a little bit lower curve. Not a Nykthos deck or whatever. Dualcaster Mage. I've never played with this card before, but it seems okay. I think that's more of a sideboard card. Sorry, just checking. I think we take the Ancient Grudge for the sideboard. Although we do have Savannah, Misty Rainforest, Arid Mesa, so we can cast and flash that back pretty easily. So I think we definitely have a deck somewhere in here. The question is how much we want to try and be beat down. Which I think we have enough ways to, I don't know, or we're probably not running any of these cards ever. Yeah, sure, Stormbreath is fine. Sometimes you just want a 5-drop. It's a fine 5-drop. Turn that off real quick. Alrighty then. Not sure if we actually even want Everflowing Chalice. Home. Okay, so these are basically lands. Everflowing Chalice. Okay, so nice thing about this is we get to make as many versions of the deck as we want and take as long as we want because it's a league. Leagues are pretty awesome. So I'm just going to start by making the most aggressive deck I can possibly make. Decide if we want to run that or something else. I think we would still play all of these 5-drops. So we're still going to keep in the combo. My cards are all just too good. They're just all too good. I don't know what to do. Actually, that's pretty good. All right. Give this a 2-drop. No matter which way you do it, it does not have fuse. You cannot cast it for 4 mana. Although I think, yeah, if you reveal this with Dark Confidant, it does deal you 4. Whatever. Duretti's not great in our deck, especially if you want to be aggro and run Spirit of the Labyrinth. Well, these are all good cards. Wall of Omens is not good in aggro. The question is, what do you think? Is Recruiter of the Guard just strictly better than Imperial Recruiter? Because it can get Flame Tongue Kavu. This is power 2 or less, this is toughness 2 or less. Could get any of those things. Recruiter could get Spirit, or Guard, could get Spirit, I'm not going to get that. Yeah, I mean, aside from color. It's strictly better. Maybe we want both. I don't think so. So for Everflowing Chalice, I don't think we're an Everflowing Chalice deck really. Curve tops out at 5, and one of those 5s is triple red, so extra colorless mana is not great. We don't have a super. I mean, you do have some burn spells. Copying a Morbid Brimstone Volley does sound like a way to end the game, but I don't think we're going to start Dualcaster Mage. I've never played with Magus of the Wheel. It seems fine. I mean, 3 mana, 3/3. And it would be good in normal limited, not so great in Vintage Cube, but the ability to discard your hand and draw some lightning, some burn to finish out the game seems good to me. I think if we want to be aggro, we want to have all these 1-drops. Yeah. And have all our 2-drops as well, I'm pretty sure. Protection from black and from green, that's not going to cause us any trouble. I think we could cut the Stormbreath Dragon. And this is at least just 16 land, quote-unquote land. Moxes are lands. 16 land deck. So I'm pretty sure it's worth having the Pester. Like, this is actually just fine if you're just trying to tempo people out. A 2-power flyer with flash that taps something down, taps down their Tolarian Academy or something. We can splash it off of. We're just going to run these 2 fetches in an island. Seems fine. Anyway, what did we cut? I think we cut the Imperial Recruiter. I really prefer to run 17 lands, honestly. Especially, like, how many red sources. We're going to need a lot of red sources for Kiki, these guys. Potentially, we could cut the Mirren Crusader. We only have 1 sword, so the maybe we should actually just cut and incinerate. Yeah, seems good to me. I think this is better than incinerate, especially we have ice available to us on the splash. This seems good to me. It's probably actually the direction we're going to go, because we can make it deck more controlling if we wanted to. So if we want to make it more controlling, we would add like these shenanigans to it and cut the 1-drops, or some of the 1-drops, probably figure Destiny regardless, and cut like Lightning Mauler. Cut Spirit of the Labyrinth maybe, but this is just the way we're going to go. So how does the mana work out? We got 2 Moxes. One of them is effectively just taps for colorless. And run all these. So, quick count. This is a red source, this is a red source. Obviously, Savannah is not. Misty Rainforest either gets Island or Savannah. And that's actually pretty tight. Those are the only 2 fetchable lands. But I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah. And this is a red source. So there's 3 red sources. I would. Minimum is 9. Maximum is 10. Yeah, 9 or 10 red sources would be preferable in this deck. Let's count. So how many white sources do I have? I have Savannah, which has also got my Misty Rainforest, so that's a white source. That's a white source. That's a white. These are all white sources, technically. Scalding Tarn gets Arid Mesa, or gets Plateau. So that's 6 white sources to begin with, which is a fine start. So it was a 5, 6, 7 lands. I'm sure we could cut this Mirror Crusader. Just because it's double white's a little bit tricky. Let's see, if we do 2 plains, 1 island, and 7 mountains. So for white sources, leaves me 7 white sources, which is fine for everything but Mirrored Crusader. And I have 3 blue sources, which is enough for 1 Pessamite and 1 ice. And then red sources is 7. That's 10. Okay, that's a pretty decent mana base. Running Misty Rainforest with only Island or Savannah as targets is a little bit sketchy. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit sketchy. But I think we'll be okay. I'm just getting greedy with the Pestermite. Running Pestermite in a deck with Splinter Twin and Kiki-Jiki is quite valuable also. Just Resto Angel. Yeah, we've got a lot of shenanigans we can do. Okay. I think this is more or less perfect. We're just going to run it like this. And let's see what happens in round 1. Why don't we?